Good afternoon. My name is Nadia Butler, and you're watching MediaPlex Live at 1. "55,000 education workers from 63 school boards province-wide embarked on a work-to-rule this morning. This legal job action comes after 2 days of contract negotiations broke down. 568 permanent and occasional staff with the local Catholic board are affected. The Windsor-Essex Public School Board has not yet confirmed their numbers. Workers will not perform any additional actions outside of their normal jobs and will not work any overtime. Affected support staff includes early childhood educators, clerical staff, and custodians. People's Party of Canada leaders Maxime Bernier will be in Windsor today. He's hosting a barbecue and rally at the Chichero Club starting at 5:30. Earlier today, Bernier is also hosting an industry roundtable to talk about Canada's business environment. Hundreds in Windsor-Essex took to the streets on Friday as a part of that last week's global climate strike. We sent Patrick White out to the event.
Hundreds gathered at Charles Clark Square in Windsor on Friday to cap off a week of climate demonstrations held worldwide in solidarity with Greta Thunberg. Thunberg, meanwhile, was in Montreal demonstrating amongst a crowd of nearly 500,000, according to event organizers. More than 80 cities held similar demonstrations across the country. People, young and old, showed up to the Windsor strike, some bearing homemade signs with catchy slogans. Many came fully prepared to speak out against world leaders.
I would tell them that they do need to be concerned because even in the future, there's still going to be issues. With the crisis state that we're currently in, it is going to take thousands of years to undo the issues that we have created for the earth.
Green Party candidates Quinn Hunt, running for Windsor West, and Giovanni Abadi for Windsor-Tecumseh were present Friday, showing their support.
And what we need to do is listen to the people who have actually spent their lives studying this phenomena, the scientists, the experts.
Conservative Party leader Andrew Scheer was the only leader of a major federal party who did not attend a climate demonstration last week. The Conservative Party is committed to meeting the Paris agreements, but do not support Trudeau's carbon tax. For Earth Strike Windsor event organizer Olivia Sauvé, the protest was a no-brainer.
To force the people that are doing this to the planet to start making the changes that are going to avert or reduce the crisis.
According to globalclimatestrike.net, an estimated total of 7.6 million people worldwide took to the streets last week to protest global warming. Reporting for MediaPlex News, I'm Patrick White.
Now turning to weather. Today and Tuesday, there's a chance of showers with highs of 25 and 29 respectively. Wednesday will be a rainy day, reaching a high of 24. The Lancers football team learned a tough lesson against the top team in the nation over the weekend. Windsor's Lancers took the Alumni Field against their longtime rival, Western Mustangs. Liam Adams was at the game on behalf of the MediaPlex.
On Saturday afternoon, the Windsor Lancers football team took to the turf at Alumni Field against the number 1 ranked team in Canada, the Western Mustangs. The rivals have a storied past filled with animosity. Going into the game, the Mustangs were undefeated on the season, while the Lancers had only one victory thus far. The first half looked impressive for the Lancers, as they capitalized on their efforts, led by quarterback Sam Girard. Going into halftime, the Mustangs led by merely 2 points. Lancer fans felt quite optimistic about the potential for a major upset.
Oh, the team's playing great. I mean, moving the ball, scoring. I never thought they'd be ahead of Western at this point.
The Mustangs came out in the third quarter with vengeance in mind, scoring early and often. Despite a valiant effort, the Lancers fell victim to familiar woes, with the final score ending at 58-25 for the Mustangs. Wide receiver and Lancers veteran Caden Walls felt as though his team had fought hard on the field, but wished that the second half scoring reflected their efforts.
We had really good energy coming out. We knew that we could attack their weaknesses in the back end. So we were doing that, put up some points. It was good to get out to an early lead. Obviously, they came back a little bit. They are the number 1 team in the country, so we just kind of had to maintain it. And going into half, we felt really good coming out.
Next October 5th, the Lancers look to bounce back as they take on Ottawa, an away game at GG Field, 7 p.m. For MediaPlex News, this is Liam Adams.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Nadia Butler, and you've been watching MediaPlex Live at 1.